My brother Brian, he's a bit, well, put it this way, he's no the full shilling that I mean. He's a good lad though and always game for a laugh. Me and the lads, we can get him to do virtually anything we want. We just suggest something and he's off and doing it.
Alec's my big brother. He takes me everywhere with him. Well, lots of places. If he gets something important on in it, then I'm not allowed to go with him. He's always getting me to do stuff for him, and I like doing it. It makes me feel important, especially when his pals are around too. And it doesn't matter if I get caught spray painting or stealing stuff from shops because I've got learning difficulties. So I usually get let off with just a warning. But I think that's why Alec gets me to do it. Basically, if he gets caught, he'd be in serious trouble.
It's handy having a brother who's no all there. He doesn't get done because of his learning difficulties. Suits me. But you know what really pisses me off about him? It's his obsession with being gay. It's seriously embarrassing and he won't shut up about it. It's Hollyoaks this and Alan Carr that. But there's no way he can be gay. How can he be? According to his specialist, he's got a mental age of about 12. See, even though he's 18 coming on 13. And at 13, you don't know if you're coming or going. Never mind if you're gay.
Brian came to me about a year ago. His big brother Alec put him up to it. He's a prat. I see the likes of him all the time. Smart-ass know-it-alls. That kind that do more harm than good. Anyway, Brian comes to me and I knew straight away he wasn't right. I get all sorts in here, so it's no hard to recognise those less fortunate members of society. And it quickly became obvious he didn't want to be here.
It's drive my man Dad on the twist. They're convinced he's going to wind up in some seedy cottaging set-up with older men taking advantage of him. I've tried to show him the error of his ways, that he's no gay. I've paid girls to let him have a feeling, well, do him wee favours. But he just keeps banging on about being gay.
Sometimes I wonder if Alec does like having me around. I mean, when I think about it, he only invites me along when him and his pals are after something, or when he wants me to do something for him. He doesn't take me out with him when they're going for a drink or anything. Maybe he thinks I'll embarrass him by getting drunk, making a fool of myself. But at least he lets me mix with his friends. He's even tried to get me a girlfriend, and some of his girlfriends have done stuff with me, though I don't know why. I didn't ask them to. I keep telling him I don't want a girlfriend. It's boys I like. I don't think he understands. I mean, what's so difficult? It's simple. I like boys. Him and Mum and Dad keep telling me it's wrong, that I'll get into trouble.
All that talk about being gay, it embarrasses me in front of my mates. And Mum and Dad are claiming they was worrying about him. I've tried to get him interested in girls before, even paid money to show him what a good time with a lassie is all about. But they were stupid wee tarts who couldn't blow a crisp packet. What he needed was a real woman. Somebody that would blow everything, including his mind. And I knew the very person.
So Brian turns up at the door and he's like a lost soul. He's not interested in having sex with me, but he's no idea what to do and he's scared. He needs to impress that idiot of a brother who's paid for it after all. What difference he thought it was going to make is beyond me. I mean, I'm good, very good, When a confused wee boy is forced into a situation he has no desire to be in, no amount of great sex is going to change him. One way or another, I've got to try and give this boy a good time. So I get them out and give him a good feel. I give him a rub, just the usual stuff. But it's obvious he's not into that at all. Of course, in this business, the bottom line is you've got to please the client. So the boy has to have a good time. The best way to give someone a good time is to ask them what they want.
I just can't seem to accept that I'm gay. He keeps going on about me being confused, that it's got to do with my condition. I don't give a toss about my condition. I know what I want. Then one day he tells me, arranged for me to meet a real woman. He says that after I've been with this woman, I'll know that I'm not gay. What can I do? He's my brother, and maybe he's right. Maybe I'm not ready to make up my mind. Him and Mum and Dad have been going on about it so much that they've made me wonder. So he takes me along to this brothel, and it's minging. I mean, there's no way I'm taking my shoes off in there. Never mind anything else. And this is supposed to be some life change experience. Anyway, I get into the room, and the lady Carmen sitting waiting. I look at her, nothing. So I'm standing there waiting to be all excited. She invited me and over and gave me a feel while she rubbed me up and down. Still nothing. I just kept thinking, I'm gay. I didn't want this. Seriously, I was ready to run out of the door when she asked me what I wanted. Christ, that was like being hit by a big, soft double-decker bus. Nobody had ever asked me what I wanted. Not that I can remember, anyway, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I started crying.
That poor boy was so screwed up he just burst into tears. I've seen that before too, but never like this. It was like his whole horrible world being washed away out of his body in those tears. There was no way I was going to try and stop him. He's been screaming inside for years, and now it was all coming out. So I let him cry it all out, and then we just talked. He told me about all the things he'd done for his brother. He idolised that guy. Well, why, I'll never know. He told me about all the girls that he'd been set up with and how it was all wrong. And he told me about that he was sure he was gay, but nobody would believe him. This boy was totally screwed up. Anyway, I didn't do anything because all I really needed was someone to listen while he got those years of abuse off his chest. I didn't need to say much. I just told him what I'd tell everyone else who needs a sympathetic ear. And there's a lot more people like that than you'd imagine. Don't live a lie. If people can't accept you for who you are, find people who can. That was it, really. He left me with one of the biggest smiles I've ever seen. And believe me, I've put smiles on a lot of faces.
What a night. and I could truthfully tell my brother I had one of the best nights of my life. I came away from there feeling brilliant. I knew I was right all along. Well, let's face it. If you're not turned on by a woman like Carmen, you're definitely gay. No question. Eventually, I told them all what really happened. Mum and Dad were really furious that Alec had sent me to a brothel. Mind you, Alec was pretty pissed off too, because he'd paid all that money to Carmen to get me laid and prove I was straight, and I didn't go near that girl. But hey, it was probably cheaper than going to one of the psychiatrists. I still drop by to see Carmen now and then. I just check I am still gay, and yeah, I still don't fancy her one bit. Oh, and that place is still minging.